Let's start with something straight and honest. Most men aren't actually afraid of intimacy. What they fear is rejection. That moment when they make a move and she pulls away, turns distant, or says something that immediately kills the connection. But here's the thing. You can approach intimacy in a way that feels natural, confident, and safe. A way that doesn't come across as desperate, pushy, or needy. This isn't about manipulation or tricks. It's about understanding how women emotionally decide when they're ready and who they want to share that readiness with. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you today. Before we dive in, here's a little known truth. Women don't reject intimacy itself. What they reject is the emotional experience attached to it. If the vibe feels off, the answer is no. If it feels right, it happens naturally. And the methods I'm about to share are designed to make it feel right. Most men who experience rejection make one of a few common mistakes. They ask too directly. They move too soon. They come at it with nervous energy, or they skip the emotional groundwork entirely. Here's the secret. Women don't make decisions about intimacy logically. They make them emotionally. The moment she feels safe, understood, desired without pressure, and emotionally aligned with you, the door opens. Now, let's explore something crucial about female desire that most men completely miss. Women experience attraction differently than men. For most men, attraction is instant and visual. You see someone attractive, your body reacts immediately. But for women, desire develops gradually. It layers over time through context, emotional connection, safety, and anticipation. This is why a woman might meet a man, feel nothing at first, and then, weeks later, find herself completely drawn to him. It's not that she's playing games, it's that her attraction needed time to grow through emotional experiences. Understanding this changes everything. Once you realize her desire builds emotionally, you stop rushing and pushing. Instead, you focus on creating conditions where her desire naturally escalates. Here's the first principle. You never ask directly. Let me say that again. Don't directly ask a woman for intimacy. Direct requests create pressure. Pressure creates resistance. And resistance often turns into rejection. Women respond to emotional invitations, not overt proposals. An invitation allows her to feel like she's making the choice. And when that happens, rejection becomes rare. Think about the last time someone sold you something aggressively. You pulled back, right? Even if you were interested before, the pressure killed it. The same principle applies to intimacy. Asking directly, "Do you want to come over?" or "Should we take this further?" turns intimacy into a transaction. She consciously weighs pros and cons, and doubt sneaks in. But an emotional invitation speaks to her subconscious. It creates a feeling, not a question. And feelings aren't rejected the same way questions are. Here's how to make it work. Give her the space to enter intimacy emotionally. Create an environment where she feels safe, connected, and curious. Women say yes when 3 emotional switches are active: safety, trust, and anticipation. Miss even one and she holds back. The good news? You don't need to beg. These can all be built naturally. Safety isn't about knowing you for years. It's about her feeling that you won't judge her, pressure her, or make her feel wrong. You show safety by staying calm, grounded, and emotionally stable. Trust is built when your words match your actions. If you say you won't rush things and you don't, trust grows. Respect her boundaries without guilt or frustration. Anticipation is the magic that makes intimacy feel electric. It's the tension created by restraint, suggestion, and the subtle spaces between what is and what could be. When you understand and apply these principles, intimacy becomes less about asking and more about inviting. Less about convincing and more about creating a shared emotional journey. When the feeling is right, the rest follows naturally. Here's where it gets really interesting. Most men put all their energy into trying to be attractive, being funny, confident, impressive, and completely overlook the 3 emotional switches that actually make intimacy happen. A woman can be drawn to you, but if she doesn't feel safe, trusting, and curious, all that attraction doesn't convert into intimacy. The second technique is what I call the soft withdrawal effect. It's one of the smoothest ways to guide emotional desire. Instead of leaning in toward intimacy, you gently lean back. Not cold, not distant, just showing that you're comfortable with connection but don't need to force it. This instantly removes pressure and creates space where she naturally starts leaning in. Women feel safe around a man who doesn't rush things, not because he isn't interested, but because he respects the flow of energy. The moment she feels that, rejection disappears, because now it's her choice. Picture this. You're sitting close. Chemistry is there, conversation is flowing. Most men would escalate, move closer, touch, try to kiss. But she might pull back slightly. Not because she's not interested, but because it felt like pressure. Now imagine instead you lean back slightly. Even look away for a moment. Just a little space. That tiny withdrawal removes the pressure, and she begins to notice her own desire. She might start moving toward you, initiating touch, closing distance. This is the soft withdrawal effect in action. You're not playing games. You're simply showing that you're at ease with the energy between you. The third technique takes anticipation to a new level, the implanted thought shift. You don't ask for intimacy. Instead, you plant subtle, emotionally suggestive ideas that guide her toward it. Statements like, "I love the way our energy feels," or "Being close to you is surprisingly easy and natural." Don't demand anything, yet they awaken feelings she already has. Women respond to feelings, not instructions. You're helping her notice the connection she's already sensing. Psychologically, this primes her subconscious. Words like closeness, energy, naturalness shape her perception of the moment. It's not manipulation, it's guiding awareness. The fourth trick is letting her feel safe in her feminine energy. True intimacy for women requires softness, trust, warmth, and vulnerability. If you're nervous, tense, overly sexual, or pushy, she stays guarded. Your role is simple. Hold masculine calm. Not forceful, not needy, just grounded and present. This calm allows her guard to drop naturally, making yes effortless, not pressured. Masculine calm isn't stoic silence or detachment. It's a man who is present, comfortable in his body, and unhurried, allowing the moment to unfold naturally. Women sense nervousness instantly. Calmness invites openness, curiosity, and desire. The fifth technique reframes how you approach consent. Never ask for a yes, ask for a feeling. Instead of, "Do you want to?" you say, "Does this feel comfortable?" or "Is this too fast?" You're giving her emotional control. She only has to check in with herself, not worry about your reaction. This subtle shift makes her feel safe, respected, and in charge, which encourages intimacy naturally. The sixth trick is mirroring her desire. A woman's decision to be intimate isn't about how much you want her. It's about how well you reflect her energy without losing composure. Too much desire creates pressure. Too little shows disinterest. Mirror her subtle cues, touch, eye contact, laughter, at the same level. This alignment triggers a primal sense of connection and safety, allowing intimacy to escalate naturally. The key is balance. Match her energy, don't overdo it, don't underplay it. Finally, make the moment the idea, not yours. Instead of asking for intimacy, acknowledge the feeling in the moment. This feels really nice. Women follow emotion, not requests. By naming the experience, you remove pressure, awkwardness, and rejection entirely. The moment becomes the catalyst, not you, creating a shared emotional experience that naturally deepens connection. If this opened your eyes or changed the way you see connection, hit like and subscribe for more real-world psychology and relationship strategies. Explore the other videos too. They'll transform how you understand women and intimacy forever.